In this short video, I want to share with you 5 ways that you can stand out from other businesses. I won't call them competitors, but other businesses in your industry. To stand out from other businesses in your industry, I mentioned before that I don't like calling them competitors, but there's always that natural instinct to think, well, how can I be better than? So rather than being better, just be different. And that's really the key. Better is not better, different is better. And the beautiful thing is, you don't need to do a lot different to really stand out and put you at the front of the queue when people need to make a buying decision. Firstly, I want you to consider positioning yourself as a specialist, not a generalist. I have another video that we've done on what you can be putting in place to be that specialist. But when you're a specialist, people see you as someone who is an expert, has more experience, and can definitely support them more with the problem that you're looking to solve. So one of the things I like you to always say is, hey, we're a specialist in XYZ. What we've done is the research and the training and the development, and we are experienced in A, B, and C. So how you position yourself is not bragging, it's just making sure that the customer knows the time and the experience that you have put into your trade to be a professional of what you do. So that's the first one. Secondly, it may sound like common sense, but not a lot of businesses do it, is under-promise and over-deliver. You're better off telling the whole truth about a situation, particularly around when you could possibly do the project or do the job right up front, rather than saying, yep, sure, we'll fit you in by Christmas, by Easter, by spring, when you know in the back of your mind there is no way. And you are saying, yes, we're going to do it to win the job versus saying, hey, we are at capacity. We would love to be able to do it by the time frame that you're after. The truth is, we are booked out until X, and we can fit you in after that if you choose us. So what you're up to is really committing to the quality of the work, but you're not attached to whether that person chooses you or not. It's far better than over-promising and then always having to renegotiate the start date, the finish date, etc. Under-promise, over-deliver. The third one is follow up. Again, it sounds like common sense, but if you just be the person who picks up the phone, follows up after you've presented a price or a proposal or a plan or a quote, if that's what you'd like to call it, and just to check in, hey, listen, I know we had a conversation last week about the proposal, just wanted to check in to see if there's any other questions that I can support you with. Not, have you made a decision yet? Not, are you going to go with us? But can I help you? So that's the first part of the follow-up. The second part of the follow-up is when you've completed the project, when you've been paid for it, do you care enough to pick up the phone? Doesn't have to be you as the business owner, but maybe someone delegated in your team to pick up the phone, have a conversation with the person that you completed the job with. Thought we'd just check in. It could be 7 days later, it could be a month later. Just want to see how things have gone after we completed the project. Do you have any things that we can assist you with? Is everything going according to plan? Do you have some feedback for us? Care enough about the relationship to follow up. Remember, the relationship is always far more valuable than the value of the project or the job that you've completed. Yeah? So that's it. Follow up before, follow up after. The fourth point you can do to position yourself differently is start using some digital tools. We're in the digital decade. Customers expect you to communicate with them before, during, after jobs digitally. Now, it's not to remove the human element of the communication. Yeah, you want to systemize, digitalize the process, humanize the experience. So we have a list of digital tools at PROTRADE United that we recommend our clients utilize, whether it's booking meetings up front, whether it's showcasing videos before and after, whether it's Zoom or Teams or one of those platforms to connect with customers to save time and the hassle of meeting on site or communicating during projects. So if you embrace the digital tools, it also positions your business as one that is innovating. It's looking at ways to serve the customer better than you have done previously. And the final thing you can be doing to position yourself differently from other businesses in your industry is be curious. This is common sense, but asking more questions helps build a connection better than asking less. Now, one of the things that ideally you want to be able to do is diagnose the problem that you're wanting the customer to be solved. Now, if your business is like other businesses who do what you do, it's not the customer choosing someone to do the job. It's someone that they can trust with certainty to do the job or solve the problem. And what builds trust is asking questions. What builds trust is being curious. What builds trust is asking different questions to understand the customer and possibly the project more than what a lot of other people don't. So I want you to think about gathering intelligence. Ask questions such as, listen, is this the first time you've engaged with a painter, plasterer, plumber, builder? Have you had any projects or any work like this done previously? If you have, what are the biggest challenges and problems and concerns that you have? If we were to do the project for you, do you have any queries or questions? Or what are your biggest doubts or concerns? When you look to add more questions to your toolkit that understands the customer's psyche, where they're thinking from, what it tells them is you care about them and the relationship and their experience as much as doing a quality job. So there you have it. 5 maybe unconventional ways that you can go to work on that don't cost a lot, but could definitely position your business differently than the competitors or, as I mentioned earlier, other businesses in your trade. All the best, and if you'd like some support with any of those, please be in touch.